Hey guys, it's Chrissy, and today I'm going to be doing a $1 menu mukbang for you guys. So basically what I did is I went to 4 different places. I have McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and Carl's Jr. So what I got was basically anything that was around $1 or preferably under $1. So at Carl's Jr. I got 2 cookies for $1.08. I got at Taco Bell, I got 2 regular crunchy tacos. It was about $1.39 each. On the dollar menu, I got these 2 items. I don't even remember what they were. I know one was like a beef burrito, and then another one was another beef quesadilla. I think that's what it was. At Burger King, I got onion rings. I have a rodeo burger, which is about $1. Has onion rings and barbecue sauce. It's my favorite. And at McDonald's, I got a sausage burrito, just a regular cheeseburger, and a hot and spicy, all for $1. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the sausage burrito. I've actually never had the sausage burrito before. I didn't even know that was one of the options on the dollar menu. It's pretty small. They gave me mild sauce. I did not know they had all this. I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh, this looks really good. I'm just gonna put some sauce into it. I really like sauce. Okay, I'm gonna put a napkin down because I don't want to make a mess. So just put that there. That's really good. I don't know if you can see it. So I do want to give someone a shout out today. I want to give Larry, now taller, a shout out. Today's his birthday. He's turning 21. I've known Larry for pretty much my whole life, and he's just been one of my best friends ever since we graduated and, you know, became adults. We haven't had much time to spend together, but every time we do, it's always a fun time. So happy birthday, Larry. Love you. I have the chicken sandwich and the cheeseburger. And what my cousin does is he actually takes the sandwich. Oh my gosh, that has a lot of mayonnaise. I don't like mayonnaise like that. I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna grab the sandwich, the chicken sandwich, or it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna take the bun off. And I'm actually going to take this one off because I want to eat the buns, but I want the one that has like something on it. I usually eat my pickles, but I'm not going to do it today. But I'll go ahead and just eat the bun. With the sandwich, I really want to put sweet and sour on it. I forgot to get sweet and sour, so the buffalo sauce, I don't know if you can see it. And this one is from Burger King. I don't really think it's going to be a good mix, but actually, it might be a good mix. Let's go ahead and just add it on. Oh, I don't want too much because I don't know if I'm going to like it. So, yeah, Yep, so that's what it looks like. It's actually not bad. I still prefer it with sweet and sour sauce. I'm making a mess. So for my mukbang today, I had no idea what I wanted to eat, and I didn't want to spend too much money, so that's how I came to the idea of doing a $1 menu mukbang. And I thought it was a pretty good idea because I wasn't spending too much money. The food isn't really that big when you go to a value menu, and I can get as much as I want, so here I am. I don't know how people take huge bites. I try to do that and I can't. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know. I almost couldn't breathe eating that. The buffalo sauce is kind of getting to my stomach. Because I had an empty stomach all day. And usually when I eat spicy foods, it really messes with my stomach. The buffalo sauce isn't spicy, but it's like tangy and has like a tiny little bit of spiciness to it. But okay, so I'm just gonna open the other buffalo sauce and then I'm gonna try out the onion rings. Oh, there's a fry in it. So one time I had to be like 13 at the time. 12, 13. I stole my mom's car one time. I don't know how I did it, but basically what happened was it was the day before Mother's Day. I was 12, so it had to be, it was around 11 years ago. This is what the rodeo burger looks like. And yeah, okay, so it was the day before Mother's Day. It was the day before Mother's Day, and my parents had got into an argument. And it was really, like, random fight. And basically, My mom, it was something stupid, so it's not something to be really concerned about, but my mom ended up in her closet. She locked herself in her closet and she was crying. And I've never seen my mom cry before. My mom is really, really thick-skinned, and she has a very bold personality, so her crying is really unusual. So when she started crying, I felt so sorry for her. Like, that's my mom, and you know, I love her to death, and I really didn't want to see her cry, especially the day before Mother's Day. And basically my dad told her that we weren't going to celebrate Mother's Day because of whatever they're fighting about, which again wasn't a big deal. So I made a plan to myself, and I told two of my cousins that I was going to sneak out and buy her a present for Mother's Day. But I didn't just want to sneak out. I was in the early stages of learning how to drive, so I wanted to steal my mom's car. So my parents actually ended up sleeping separately. My dad slept in his room, my mom slept on the couch downstairs. I waited till she fell asleep, and it had to be like 11:30 at night when she was snoring. So that's how I knew she was sleeping. So I found her keys and I went to the garage, and the garage is really, really loud. So usually when somebody comes home or they're leaving, everyone will know. So what I did is, I don't even know how I knew how to do this, but I basically opened my garage manually. I don't know how I knew how to do that at the time because I was young, but I manually opened the garage halfway, because halfway, with the garage halfway up, the car was able to squeeze through. So I put, instead of starting the car, which you can also hear the car starting, especially when it's super quiet at night, I turned the car a little bit, and then I put it in neutral, so I didn't have to turn the engine on. I just put on neutral, and I kicked my feet back from the floor, the garage floor, and the car started coming backwards a little bit, and then I just kept going until it was finally out. And then I manually closed the garage, started the car, and then I went off and went to go do my little duty. But I was too scared to go by myself, so I ended up driving 10 minutes to my cousin's house. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're crazy. I can't believe you're doing this," because as a kid, I was one of the most well-behaved kids. And she was just surprised, so she wanted to go with me, of course, because it's like a milestone for me, I guess. But we ended up going to Walmart, the super center, and I felt so scared. I was so scared to go in. I felt like the security, the Walmart security, was going to come up to me and ask for my ID, and I was afraid I was going to have to tell them that I'm only 12 or 13, however old I was at the time. And I was just on my toes the whole time. We went into Walmart. I looked for a gift for my mom, and I ended up getting her a really nice purse. That's all I could afford at the time, but she really loved it the next day, obviously. But yeah, so got the purse, and then me and my cousin left, and we wanted to be bad little kids. We wanted to, you know, live up the moment. We went to Carl's Jr. and we got like 2 milkshakes, and we went back to her house so I can drop her off. we get to our house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm glad this is almost over because I want to go home, and I felt so guilty for taking my mom's car. So we're sitting there, and my aunt, I think it was my aunt. No, not my aunt. Okay, so this is, I don't know what burrito this is, but this is bigger than the McDonald's one. Oh, okay. So this one is the beef Frito burrito. This is good. Okay, so I was too scared to drive back to my house. After all that driving all night, I was scared to drive back home by myself. So I made my cousin go wake up my uncle. And at the time, my uncle had to be 20 or 19. But he's the youngest of my mom's siblings. So we called him out. And he came out and he's like, hey Chrissy, what's wrong? And I was just sitting there smiling like a guilty smile. And he kept asking me what was wrong. And I asked him if he can follow me back home. And he's like, what do you mean? And I told him I took my mom's car to get her present for Mother's Day. And I'm too scared to drive by myself, so can you drive behind me? And we thought since he was still really young, he would give us, you know, like, he would be nice about it. But my uncle was really mad. He was really, really mad at me. I think it's because I'm the youngest. I mean, I'm not the youngest. I was the most well-behaved child out of all my cousins, so I think he was disappointed in me. Him and my cousin end up driving right behind me while I drove back home. And I get to my house. I sneak the car back in. And my uncle said, Chrissy, come here. And I go walk over to his car and go to his window. And he says, he just stares me dead in the eyes. And he says, don't do that ever again. And that really scared me because I didn't really think that he was going to take it this seriously. But, yeah, so I was just really scared. And I was relieved to be home. And then after he left, I went upstairs to my brother's room. This is, I don't even remember. Oh, the beef quesadilla. Oh, that's really good. I don't know if you can see it. When I went to my brother's room, I went in with my milkshake, I remember. See the little bit it has? I went with my milkshake and I was just standing there. I was just standing at his doorway, staring at him, sipping on my drink. It was like this. I was just staring at him like that. And he's like, he was playing his video game. I think he was playing Halo at the time. And he was just asking me what's wrong. I was just staring at me and he was saying, what's wrong? And and then I started crying. Remembering it is kind of funny because, like, I remember going into his room, like, so joyful, and then I was just staring at him, and he's like, what's wrong? And then I just started crying out of nowhere. And then I told him, I stole the car, stole my mom's car. And my brother, he's really good at not being reactive when we tell him stuff that's wrong. So he's like, oh really? And I was like, yeah, I stole mom's car. I feel so bad. But I wanted to get mom something because he knew the situation. I just told him I felt bad for my mom. I was like, oh, okay. And he just continued playing his games. 11 years later, this year, I finally told my mom that I stole her car. She was so mad at me. She wasn't that mad because it happened so long ago, but still, she's like, you what? And my mom has like this really funny face when she's mad, or when she makes an angry face, like she like scrunches her lips, and her eyebrows are like, she draws her eyebrows on, so she has like dot eyebrows, and then like she's just like this, like, I don't know how to explain it, like she's like this. That's why every time she gets mad, we kind of laugh, because it's funny. The way like she looks when she gets mad, and then she gets more mad, and then she gets over it after. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, here's the taco. So that's the story of when I stole my mom's car. Taco Bell is one of my favorite places, but it's not like satisfying. Like, I'll get full, I'll get really full, but I won't be satisfied. I don't eat Taco Bell often, but when I do, oops, I try to eat a lot of it, honestly. But now I'm gonna try not to. Next time I'll get a better angle of my food, because you need to see more of my food. But yeah, it wasn't really a detailed story because not much happened, but it's a story that I will remember forever. When I watch people do their mukbang videos, they always eat a lot, and I always question like how they eat so much, because like all this food, this was so much. Like, I would usually, obviously I wouldn't go to 4 different places, I would just go to one, but you mukbangers are crazy. You guys must have an appetite for champions. I can imagine you guys doing like oh man, food competitions and winning. I probably wouldn't. I get full really fast. I had to take like 3 breaks while making this video. A couple weeks ago, me and my boyfriend went to get me Taco Bell, and I got I think like 6 crunchy tacos. I was so full. I usually get 4, but I got 6 this time because I was really craving it. And the person only gave us 4, I think 4 mild sauces, and I don't know if I was about to come time of my month or something, but I was really grumpy. I was so mad. I don't know why, because usually I put 2 mild sauce on each of my tacos, but I had 6 tacos, they only gave me 4. I asked them for extra. And they only gave me 2 extra, so I had 6, which was basically 1 sauce per taco. I was livid. I was so grumpy. I'm so full. Usually when I eat, I always announce when I'm full. It's like a, I don't know, I like to complain when my body feels a certain way. Like if I need to pee, I will keep saying it until I go pee. Or when I'm hungry, I'll complain 5 times as more when I'm hungry until I get food. And when I'm full, I'll just keep saying I'm full until it digests.